Now, as far as this page right here goes, the content on this page, this slider is made using a free WordPress plugin called Meta Slider, which we'll take a look at in a minute. This contact form is using Contact Form 7, a free WordPress plugin also, but the rest of the stuff comes from Elementor, the free version of the plugin. Here's the Elementor edit screen. In fact, what I have already done is save this page as a page template in my templates library right here. Click on templates, my templates. Here it is right here, my contact location page free. And here's the pro version. And I've already exported these page templates to my computer so I can have them available to import on another site which is using GeneratePress. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go and take this contact page right here and install this page template, and then we'll configure the Meta Slider and Contact Form 7 plugin to use on the new page. Real simple to do. So let's go over to our site that we were working on. Let's see right here. First of all, we're going under Elementor, My Library. Click on Import Template, then click on Browse and go to where you downloaded your page templates. And here's the free version of the page template. I'm just going to double click on that and click Import Now. And there we go. There's our new page template right here. So now let's go ahead and go to Pages and click Add New to add a new page. All right, we'll just call this Contact. We'll just call it Contact Location Free. And then over on the right-hand side, we'll use the default template. And for sidebar layout, we'll choose Content No Sidebars, and we'll just choose 0 footer widgets for now. And for Page Builder Container, we'll choose Full Width, and we'll disable the content title right there. And then we'll click on Publish. Then we'll click on the Edit with Elementor button to open up our Edit with Elementor screen. Here it is right here. Now we're just going to click on Add Template. And we'll find that page template in our My Templates library. Let's see, Contact Location Free. There we go, right there. We'll click Insert. Now if you take a look at it, the Contact Form 7 worked out pretty good right there. But we don't have our Meta Slider up on the top of the page, and that is because we haven't configured a Meta Slider on this site yet. So let's go to our dashboard. I'll close this out, and then we'll scroll down to kind of the bottom of the page where it says Meta Slider. And of course, you have to have the Meta Slider plugin installed on your site and activated on your site to see this. Then it's going to say Create your first slideshow. So click on this little plus sign in that box. I think I'm actually going to change the name to New Slider 1, just so it's not the default name like that. And then I'm going to click Add Slide. Then you can choose your slides from your media library if you want, or you can upload new slides if you want to. Just for the heck of it, I will choose this dentist's picture for a slide. I'll choose this. I'll just hold down my Shift button. And let's know I won't hold down my Shift button. I'll hold down my Control button. There we go. So we have hold down my Control button while I'm doing this. I choose 3 slides. There we go. I'll click Add to Slider. There are 3 slides. Now we can crop it. SEO. Let's see. We can put in a SEO title and image alt text if we wanted to. We can crop this. I'm just going to leave it at center. General. We can put in a caption. Like here's a caption. Caption example, you can put in a URL so when people click on the slide it'll take them somewhere on your site if you wanted to. Over on the width and height, I'm actually going to choose the same width and height I have over on the other slider of that page that we're using for a template. So I'm going to decrease the width to about, I believe it's about 540. Then I'm just going to leave the height the same, like that. The effect fade, theme default. Arrows I'll leave in, and dots I'll leave in. Advanced settings, I think I'll leave autoplay on. Smart crop for image crop is good. Hover, pause, slide delay. I'll just leave it everything at default for now, and then I'm just going to click save. Actually, what I did is, while I paused the video, I changed the name of the slider to My Slider 1. I don't know if it made any difference or not, because I've had a little trouble with Meta Slider with the default slider. I actually had to make another slider with a different name, and I also put a check in the box under Advanced Settings Center Align, and then of course click Save. If I go back to the Edit with Elementor page, here's our slider. And I also when I came back to the Edit with Elementor page, clicked on the meta slider, I clicked Apply to, and I chose the new name, the My Slider one, and then the slider appeared. It took a little while before I could get the slider to appear on the Edit with Elementor page. If we go to our page itself, here's what it looks like on the page. And as I showed you, you can change the speed which the slides are transitioning and that sort of thing under the advanced settings. And of course, take out this caption or add captions. Remove these dots if you want to. Remove these arrows if you want to. What I think I'm going to do, though, go back to the Edit with Elementor page, and we're editing the meta slider widget. So I'm going to click under Advanced, and I'm going to leave the padding linked. I'm just going to put a little bit of padding, maybe 10 around here. I'm going to unlink the margin. I'm going to put a little margin up on top of the slider. That's outside of the meta slider element. I'm just putting it on the top, the margin, just so I can get it lined up with the text down here over on the other side. That looks about right, and then I'm going to click Save. Now, as far as the rest of the stuff on this page right here, we're just using the Elementor free plugin. This is a heading. This is a text editor, which I formatted the text to get it to look like this. It takes a little playing around. This is a Google Maps element, which comes in the free version of Elementor. Very nice element. You just put in an address and then adjust the zoom and the height and whatever you want. You can prevent the scroll, stuff like that. This is just more text editors right here. This is the testimonial element. I used about 3 different testimonial elements. Added a little padding around them like this, just to format things. And this contact form right here, this is using a free WordPress plugin called Contact Form 7. I've used it for quite a number of years. It's a pretty good plugin. I mean, it's not without its faults. Contact forms can get pretty dicey sometimes, working with different kinds of hosting and all that sort of thing. That's why there's some contact solutions, form solutions that cost you a little bit of money to get, because, well, it takes a lot of coding and keeping up with things and getting everything configured to work correctly. So if we go back to our WordPress dashboard for our contact form, I'm going to click on, you have to have Contact Form 7 under your plugins uploaded and activated. Then you'll see this contact over here. I'll go ahead and click on that. And by default, you're going to have a default contact form already made for you. And right here, there's some information you might want to read. Right here where it says it doesn't store submitted messages anywhere. That way you may lose messages forever if you have mail server issues or make a mistake in your mail configuration. So there's another free plugin called Flamingo, which saves all the messages that are made through the contact forms into the database. And it's made by the same plugin author that made this Contact Form 7. So you might want to check out Flamingo, the free WordPress plugin Flamingo, just in case you don't want to lose any messages. But let's just click on this link for the contact form that comes with Contact Form 7. And I've already actually changed this, but it'll come with just probably your name and your email and subject and your message. I added your business name. If you want to add different fields to this field right here, let's go to our page. Scroll down and take a look at our contact form as it is right here. Your name, your business name. I added this one to the default page. Your message. And there's different ways you can edit this Contact Form 7. I go to the Elementor page and click on it. So to insert this contact form in the Edit with Elementor page, I just inserted a text editor, drug over the text editor element, and put the Contact Form 7 shortcode right here. And what is that shortcode? Let's go back to our contact form page. You notice well, it's right here. Actually, you click on it. Here it is right there. There's our shortcode that we want to use. To make additions to your fields right here, say you wanted to add another field to your contact form. So what I generally do is just highlight one of these right here and copy it, hit enter a couple times, and then Control V to paste it in there. Now you'll have a duplicate, and then just change this to whatever text you want to show on your field. That'll be this part right here. Part right here is what you're editing the top line. So let's for instance, let's just say your phone, and then I'll make it required. And then right here, this is the short code we need, but we need to change that. So right here, I'm going to, under form, I'm going to click TELs for a phone number, telephone. Here's the field. I'll make it required like this. Use this text as the placeholder of the field. No. Actually, you can have a placeholder which will be inside this right here. You could actually just have a placeholder for your contact form rather than all this text. So let's do that for this one right here. Use text as a placeholder of this field. So I'll demonstrate what it means right here. Here's the placeholder phone, and then we're going to click. Actually, we'll put where we want it first. Here, we'll highlight this field right here, so we have the cursor there. Go back, and here's our same field again. Click Insert Tag, or you can just copy this right here and insert it too if you wanted to. That's what I'll do. I'll click Copy, go back here, highlight this right here, and then paste in the new field right here. There's our placeholder phone. Okay, and we'll go back to our field right here. Now another thing you have to do, don't make it very easy to understand right here. So there's a little tag right here with the brackets around it, tel 975. There's the name right there. You need to just see if we can just click inside. No, that's not going to work. You're going to have just that right there without the parentheses around it. We'll copy that. And what you're going to need to do with that, there's another field called mail right here, and this is the email you're going to get. By default, it'll go to your WordPress admin email. You can change that or put a comma in there and have it go to multiple emails. Here's the email you're going to get. The subject, you can change that to you if you want to. Here's the message body from your name, your email, your subject. That's all the different fields that people fill out on the contact form right here. And then right here, message body. So actually we have the phone in there already, but I'm going to demonstrate it again. I just typed in phone and then semicolon, and then I need to paste in that code which we copied. So I'll paste that in there again like that. And remember, that is talking about this little code right here down at the bottom, which is very hard to see. To use the value input through the field in a mail field, you need to insert the corresponding mail tag right here into the field on the mail, the mail tab right here. And like I said, you don't use the parentheses, so go back to the mail tab. Here it is right here, the mail tab right here. There's that phone tag. This is to show up in the email that you're going to get. This really isn't very complicated, but I'm just trying to explain it thoroughly so you don't misunderstand. And you can also send kind of an auto-respond email to the person itself. So here, your email, you can use in the following fields. You can use these tags, your name, your biz name, your email. You can use any of these tags just by clicking once, copying them, and pasting them in there. So mail to is an autoresponder going to their email, the email they use to fill out the form, and then you can change this from and subject and stuff like that. And then here's what the email will say. Hi, your name. That's the name they put in when they filled out the contact form. I got your message and we'll get back to you ASAP. Best, Mike. Very handy feature too. You can kind of give them a confirmation email. Let's go back to our contact page and reload the tab and see what happened. All right, there's our new phone field with the phone placeholder in there too, of course. Now, another thing you can also do is just get away with this text on top, message right here, like your name required, and just have the placeholder inside the form field. So to do that is pretty simple. For instance, the phone field, we just remove this right up here, the beginning label, and then remove that ending label field right there, and just have the brackets with the main tags in there with the placeholder also too. And I'll take that placeholder and actually I'll show you. You can just put it inside another field if you wanted to. Copy this and put it in here. Put a space in there. Paste, and I'll change this to name, or you could put your name if you wanted to. We'll go ahead and click Save again. Go back to our page, reload the tab. And there we go. We got rid of this text on top of the phone field, and we could do the same for all the fields if you wanted to. You see the name field, we have the name placeholder text. If I start typing my name, it disappears. So that would be a good way to condense your form field if you wanted to do it that way.